Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I am right now, for those of you not watching, but I am sucking down a frozen coffee from Leora Cafe here in Beverly Hills. For those of you listening and not watching, I am describing this gorgeous packaging. It is a long can, if you will, but it's plastic. Little ASMR. It's plastic with even a sort of looks like metal top, but it's probably plastic. It is translucent. It is plastic clear with the brand of the cafe called Leora on the side. The difference here in the innovation compared to Miss Bethany Frankel's Supermodel Cafe coffee with Cumulus, which we're going to talk about, is that it's a can. So you open it like a Diet Coke. The ones that people are complaining about in her innovative packaging is like a peel-off lid on the top. But let me just tell you, for those of you coffee lovers, this is crack. This is it's like a healthier version of a Frappuccino. And why I say healthier, I don't know. Because it feels healthier. Because Leora, the brand, already exists as a way to get your health on in an influencery way that has nothing to do at all with Bethany Frankel and has everything to do with amazing products, amazing ingredients, and a perfect frozen coffee. So we're going to talk about that and more. It's Thursday, my darlings. It's Pop Culture Mondays on Thursdays, and it's Brooke and her Leora frozen coffee. On Thursdays. Okay, I'm going to put it down because I don't think you guys want to listen to me or watch me drink this coffee all. But it is really hard to put down. It is 100% crack. And I wanted to start there because it really pissed me off, all of the stuff that Bethany Frankel, who I am not a fan of at this moment in time. And let me back up. So for those of you who don't know, and I talked about it in the newsletter this week, but Bethany Frankel came into our consciousness, in the early days of the Real Housewives of New York franchise. She was neither rich nor a housewife. At the time, she was young and sassy and had a New York attitude, and she had a very angular jawline, and she just sort of was like sassy and told it like it was, but she was a hustler, but she was neither married or rich, which was sort of the beginning of this new era, even though it was early days of Real Housewives, that you didn't have to be a housewife or rich. So we had Bethany, and smart, knows how to stay relevant, knew how to keep the attention on her, no question. And she turned, as many people attempt to do in the reality show world, especially the Real Housewives, she turned her moment of popularity into a longstanding brand. And while there are many others who have tried to build really big businesses and have failed more than have succeeded, Bethany is sort of the gold standard. And she created this brand called Skinny Girl, made popular by her Skinny Girl version of margaritas. And we all order Skinny Girl. We all ordered Skinny Girl margaritas before it had the Skinny Girl brand. For those of you who are looking to not have like that added sugar or whatnot, we just weren't thinking of turning it into our own brand, if that makes sense. She did. She found the moment. She branded it Skinny Girl. It was at a time when being skinny was like the thing. And I'm not saying it's not by any means, but she sold it. She made a ton of money. She cannot use it anymore because it's no longer hers. The thing is, she has created this sort of brand for herself, especially using TikTok and other social media platforms, but TikTok. And that is of this sort of influencer. She's got opinions. She does food reviews. She gives you bargain buys on Amazon, but she also shows you her Birkin. Like, she is a conundrum wrapped in an enigma. Like, she is a lot of things. One of her favorite things to do that I do align with her on is her reviews of chicken salad, because for me, chicken salad is like the quintessential. You either have a good chicken salad or you have a bad chicken salad, and there is no sort of like mediocre chicken salad. And I am a connoisseur of chicken salad. Bethany's a connoisseur of chicken salad. So it's sort of like I can't hate on her because I appreciate that concept. We also are in a moment where skinny isn't necessarily the concept people are going for. And I think with GLP-1s and all of that, people want to be thin. Don't get me wrong. That's always the case. But it's more health focused than skinny focused. So she's moved into a different kind of era and calling it supermodel, which gives you the same concept. Like when you think of supermodels, you think of skinny. Now, my era, I think most of you listening's era of supermodel is like cocaine and cigarettes. It's not like chicken salad and bagels, but whatever. She has launched a pop-up cafe called Supermodel Cafe in Quogue, which is Hamptons adjacent, I would say. Hamptons adjacent. I mean, it's adjacent. Like this famous line from Sonia Morgan, where she's like, I don't go to Quogue.
Okay. It's just a fun day.
And where will that be?
It's in Quogue. It's the Quogue restaurant.
I won't come to Quogue because I'm in Southampton. That's like too far.
You won't go to Quogue?
None of us wanted to go to Quogue. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in East Hampton going to Quogue, it's like a whole situation, guys. But anyway, it's in Quogue. It's very pink. It's very, very focused on influencers. And she's done collabs, basically. She's taken over an existing space that was Goldberg's Bagels and branded it entirely the Supermodel Cafe. I think the concept being that she's taking this and then it's going to open up a Supermodel Cafe in a more long-term location. But she knows how to make a spectacle spectacular. There's the pink. Everything is pink. This is her and her boyfriend and her daughter. It's all pink. She is selling baseball caps for $45. But the proof is in the pudding. And where this gets a little personal for me and like thoughts and prayers, but the coffee company that she is partnered with here is a company that I've talked about here before called Cumulus. And they make iced coffee machines. So you can have like a cold brew machine in your house. They are big, they are expensive, they are beautiful, they are effective. They make great coffee. You have to also buy the coffee that goes with it. Now, I understand wanting to be in partnership with Bethany Frankel. I understand why you would want to like make this coffee for her. But if Leora did a coffee collab with another company, like if it was like an actual partnership, they would have it on the can. That's the point. Like you would do that. And in fact, you can see like Anine Bing, who is an amazing brand, which is an amazing brand, did just that, and they have their brand on the coffee cup. Now, I'm just saying, if I were advising still the CEO of Cumulus Coffee, I would say, my man, you're not getting much out of having just a few TikToks about it. Like, you should be on the can. There should just be something that says Cumulus on the can, powered by Cumulus. I digress. The proof, as I said, is in the pudding, and the kids don't like it. The kids don't like it. The bagels are meant to be small and healthy, but they're not good, apparently, and they're stale. The chicken salad isn't great. And people are even saying bad things about, I'm afraid, the coffee. Take a look.
Brutally honest Supermodel Cafe review.
I got the banana cream one.
And I got the cookie butter latte.
Okay, packaging gets like a 5 for me. It was not good.
Yeah, the packaging
I don't even know
was
if I
not
did
good.
it right.
Okay, I like the sound and the color.
Mine's really good.
Update, coffee is actually horrible.
We don't like this.
After like 10 minutes, it tastes sour and like
It's bitter.
expired. Okay, last thing I'm trying is the Bethany This is supposed to be a Goldberg bagel. So let's see. It's very small. Okay, that's what it looks like on the inside. It's so small. What the heck? Okay. Okay, I feel like it's not $16 worth it, but like it is good. Like I don't really have any complaints. It's just like for the amount you get, it's not worth it.
We went to Supermodel Cafe by Bethany this morning. Super excited to try her chicken salad since like she always raves about it. I also got a bagel to try with the chicken salad and then just chicken salad by itself. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite. The bagel's like kind of hard, but it's supposed to be like high protein, so they're filling me. Yeah, it's really hard. Okay. It's not good. I can like barely chew it. Okay, chicken salad bagel. The bagel's just really bad. Anyways. Chicken salad's really good. Bagel terrible. That's my review.
I like that there's a variety of people giving their thoughtful reviews and not just kids looking to gain clout. Though I think anybody doing these videos is probably looking for clout. But I think people are really trying to say, like, look at what I'm experiencing, and you'd make an assessment for yourself. Here's my last one on this subject before I'm bringing the dog up on my lap. The last one on this subject is a woman who paid $45 or $40, something like that, for this bagel that has like theoretically caviar on it.
Next is the $43 Nepo Baby Caviar Bagel. I have to say, just based off the size, I'm really disappointed. Bethany did take over Goldberg's location, and the cafe is still powered by Goldberg's, which has huge bagels. It's just okay. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest. I don't like it. I'm not even gonna finish it.
I mean, remember the days when we were being criticized for spending money on avocado toast? Yeah. Okay. I spent $13 on that sucker. So, I mean, and it's way better than avocado toast. It's way, way better than avocado toast. But we're going to keep talking about the kids today because there's some other trends that are happening that are kid-focused. But this is interesting about Bethany because she's not a kid. We're probably close in age. And she is a marketing force. I'll give her that. But it's really polarizing, and I don't know if this is going to go the way she wants it to go. It'll be interesting to see, but I find it really demonstratively, agonizingly painful. Do any of those words make sense together? I don't know. Okay, let's go back to college for a minute. So for those of you who went to big state schools, you're familiar with Rush. You're familiar with what it was like from the boys and the girls, sororities, fraternities. For those of us who went to small liberal arts college, maybe not as familiar. We had Rush at my school, which is also crazy because there were like 1,400 students at the school. So pretty isolating for those who didn't partake. But it was different. It's very, very different and also a very different time. But for those of my friends who went to like Boulder or went to Alabama or went to University of Georgia, you guys are familiar whether you partook or not. But times have changed, and we've talked about it a lot here over the years, where TikTok and Instagram have become, real game changers for the whole process. It's very visual. We have the get ready with me's, which have not really evolved. It's the same people, same type of situation where the girls are standing in front of the camera saying what they're wearing and where they got it. We've shown them here a million times. Let me just give you one to remind you in case you've forgotten.
Hi guys, welcome back. Today is day 2 of Rush. I'm gonna do a get ready with me. Okay guys, this is the outfit. Kind of in a rush, but that's all. Bye.
So, same thing. No evolution since they've started doing OOTDs. Then you have the sorority girl who is telling you about her process and maybe didn't get selected, did not get picked, and were part of her sort of emotional journey and we're rooting for her. That still exists. There's another, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole because it's like I should just play the podcast from last year. But we also have the dances, and those have been a big thing where all of the sorority sort of shows their team spirit, their sisterhood by being really cool and having a cool dance and showing off their house, their mansion, whatnot, as a way to be advertising for their sorority for the incoming class that are rushing. Because it's just as much as the girls want to be picked, the sororities are competing with other sororities for those girls, for top talent. So they're recruiting hard. But what has always been sort of the tradition of being sort of sexy and, sexy, what can I say? Like this. We can make it better. Tell me, boy, now wouldn't that be sweet? Has evolved a bit this year. And we have a few different ways it's evolved. One, they are showing sort of the women power movement, like we are women, hear us roar, like this one. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, I should be showing you like which schools they're from. In the newsletter, by the way, I really do point out which schools they're from. Like that one that I just showed you was from University of South Carolina. And then there's another trend, which is Kendrick Lamar, the Not Like Us. Like, I get it. The message is very clear. Like, it's not, we're not like the others, not like us. It's interesting to see different universities sort of around the same time grasp onto this trend. So, for example, here is Delta Zeta at Arizona State University.
Don't mess this. Oh no! They tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Think it on it like that. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like. They not like us. No. They not like us. No. They not like us. Hold on. I go by the name of K.
And then another thing that's happening is we have no longer the sexy and maybe no longer about empowerment, but it's let's be silly, let's be goofy, let's not be sexy, but let's look goofy. And so here's a combo of what I call the silly Kendrick Lamar remix. And this is Kappa Kappa Gamma at University of Colorado Boulder, looking at you, Brandy Barker. Though I don't know if you were a Kappa Kappa Gamma, but I just imagine you were.
Don't mess this. Oh no! They tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Think it on it like that. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like. They not like us. No. They not like us. No. They not like us. Hold on.
Another silly one from Kappa Delta at University of Georgia, Go Dogs. Is he cheating? Man, I don't know. I'm looking around for something else to go. I'm breaking dishes, fucking dead all night. I ain't gonna stop until I see police and lights. I'm a fireman tonight. I'm a fireman tonight. I'm a fireman. I'm in. And one I didn't see coming after all these years, but Hamilton has entered the chat. You know, get it? The sisters, the Schuyler sisters, Angelica and Peggy. So Hamilton has made its way. Here is, this is from University of Utah.
You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Word!
And it's really crazy when you see the next one because they're not the same. They look the same. They're not the same. This is from Georgia. Go Dogs again.
I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside. I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
And another one from Arkansas. So yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I am all for the evolution. And I also am for the empowerment of women taking ownership and saying, like, we don't have to be all sexy all the time. We can be goofy. We can have a personality. We can be different. Even though the irony is that they're all trying to be different, and yet they're all doing the same things at different schools. Hamilton, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Wild. But here's where things get interesting. Brands have entered the mix. So in a lot of these videos, people are thanking brands, like the sororities are like, thank you to, X brand for this and that. Here's an example of an entirely branded house from Lucky Charms that took over a home in Arkansas, one of the sorority houses at University of Arkansas, and it's completely branded. And Lucky Charms even said on the TikTok in the comments, luckiest girls on the block. Take a look. I mean, that's something. That is like a spectacular. I do love this commenter, this creator who sort of weighed in on what's going on with the brands and sororities right now.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Arkansas Bid Day is where it's at. I'm talking about the decor, specifically the balloon decor for University of Arkansas sorority bid days. I thought nothing could top last year, but this year's, look at this. Kappa Delta did a collab with Lucky Charms, the Lucky Charms. As someone who was in Greek life at UCLA, where Greek life is a lot more chill than Bama and Arkansas, I'm always blown away by these houses. I didn't even know that spiky balloons existed. Okay, but what really takes the cake is KD's, their collab with Lucky Charms this year. Imagine running to your new home to see this. This slide is everything. Are those Awalas? KD Lucky Charms water bottles and claw clips that they could customize. A cereal bar. I also really like what they did for 80 Pie. I think the theme was 80 Pie Airlines. And then Alpha Fees was really unique. They had, I don't know what this material is, but it looks so cool in the photos. AKO's was really cute. It was like baseball themed. Tri Delta's theme was Delta Quarter, and the balloons. I love it. I love it.
And another thing we've also talked about a couple years in a row here are the unbelievable design evolution of dorm rooms. Like, I will say, I thought we were pretty progressive in my time at Rollins. There was these like private companies that would be like two guys with some wood and hammer and power tools that would go by on moving day into the dorms and say, do you want us to build lofts for you? The concept being, let's take the beds from the floor and elevate them, so then you have the whole space to have living space. So you can have your desks and you can have a couch and all of this. And so anybody who had a little extra money or parents willing to throw down had these lofts built. Otherwise, it was like a prison cell, two beds separated by whatever. We weren't innovative beyond Bed Bath & Beyond. But my mom was there, and we were able to convince her, I can't believe I'm saying this, she's not here to defend herself, to throw down a little extra money. And they built so imagine you have the elevated beds, so you have beams, you have the area where you can have desks, little wardrobes, and like a couch. There was an area that was sort of empty space that we probably could have put a couple chairs or something. We built a bar. We built a full-on bar. We used a tapestry with like nail guns as the sort of front of it, and then shelving where we then had alcohol stocked on the shelf. Like, no joke. My mom was cool. She would not be pleased if you left a ring. Like, if I didn't have that on a coaster, which I don't, she'd have a meltdown. But built a bar she did for her 18-year-old daughter and college roommate. However, the days of sort of two guys, a carpenter and the nail gun, are gone. And gone are the days of just really great parents going to a bedding store and setting up their child and their roommate. But we now have entered the level of having people hire interior designers to decorate your bedroom at college. Take a look. This went viral.
Oh my God. It's perfect. I love it.
Mom and Dad, y'all can come.
Wow. These colors so cute. Made me giddy with joy. Oh wow. And then obviously the bed. So we have the cafe curtains to shed them, but we don't have I wanted some light to filter through so that it feels bright in here. And because you need to get up and go to class, right? Like you need that, right? You need some brightness. That slides so you can get to your dresser. Okay. And stuff underneath.
There's a lot to unpack with the video. There's the mom's hair extensions. There's the girl clearly maybe not delighted with the turnout of her room. There's the person flipping her hair back and forth. That is the interior designer. It's a lot.
College dorm rooms in the SEC are now getting designed by interior designers. Freshman dorm rooms. Now think about your dorm room that you had as a freshman and compare it to this one at the University of Alabama. This is being done by a woman by the name of Mary Margaret Designs Dorm. And here's the thing, she's making, wait for this, $20,000 a room. She is raking it in.
So the evolution continues. I will say in my day at college, there was not the trend of parents crying. I think it's different. Our parents were like boomers. They literally, remember, my generation, we grew up like wild ones. Like there was my parents were just like, feed yourself, get home, God bless. Like I actually walked into my house in 1981. I was a latchkey kid, so I had a key. I had my friend Deirdre with me. We got off the school bus. I was 7. And we walked into my house, and I was like, why is there nothing in my house? I thought my parents had moved and not told me. And I found my dog in the garage, not the garage, the basement, locked up in the basement. And it turns out we had been robbed, like fully robbed. Like a moving truck had come in. People weren't we didn't know our neighbors. The neighbors weren't very connected. There was lots of space between. And they had literally robbed us blind. I mean, they took the rugs. They took the TVs. They took the silver. They took everything, but the rugs, the Oriental rugs, gone. They took the furniture. I mean, the house was empty. And I was in that house with my 7-year-old bestie friend for like an hour before any adults came to be like, ooh. So we were wildlings. We were left to fend for ourselves. So when our parents dropped us off at college, I don't even think my parents looked back. Like I was like crying and saying bye. And these guys were gone. They were like on a trip to Italy. I think they flew from Orlando to Italy, where they dropped me off in college in Florida and went on their merry way. This generation, my friend group, are very different. These are ones that have been a part of their kids every waking minute of their lives. They are friends with their children. They love to be with their children. And they are having a really hard time. And I have a lot of friends going through it for the first time this year. And my heart goes out to them. So this is just one of the many, many videos out there showing us what parents are going through at this moment in time.
Wait, let me say something. Let me say something. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
So something I did this week in the newsletter is I said what I'm not going to talk about because there's so much going on. I mean, there's so much. I mean, politically, geopolitically, we're sort of going to war with like 84 different countries today, the last I checked. There's something dark in the universe happening. There's a lot of death happening, and it's a really sad thing. My group of friends lost somebody last week that has just sort of blown us all up a bit and takes a lot of getting used to. Hayden Panettiere died this week in what looks to be a very sad end to a very sad struggle that she had with addiction. The professor at Cambridge who I believe took his own life, though I don't know if that's been confirmed, after being outed as not being truthful. There's a lot of darkness going on. There's Nancy Mace's tattoos. There's this lady. I'm saying this like on the podcast with the hopes that my producers know to put the video as I say this lady, where my hands are, who is apparently in our cabinet, and I thought this was clearly AI that stretched her out, walking awkwardly with an empty, a completely empty, what do you call it, like binder, awkwardly talking about her role in the cabinet. This is real. She's got the longest neck in the world. She also walks, forgive me, she may be disabled. I don't know what's going on, but we don't know. That was our first introduction to this cabinet member. So we're not getting into all of that because we really want to focus on light and fun. But if you're also wondering why I look like I do, for those of you not watching, my hair is in a bun. It's been one of those weeks. So I am not able to pull it together entirely. But the other things that we are talking about, and if I don't get to all of it, I definitely urge you to look at the newsletter this week. I want to get into Gen Alpha for a minute, mocking Gen Z. So it's all happening. We have so many generations, like the boomers, then which is obviously the greatest generation of all time, Gen X, and then you have millennials, then you have Gen Z, and now we have Gen Alpha, who are content creators themselves. So Gen Alpha is 0 to 16 right now. And this girl is my favorite creator right now. I don't know if I feel like she's European, but she does an amazing American accent, but I may be wrong, but let me just set it up. She's Gen Alpha. Her name is, I'm pronounce it terribly, but Anka. We're just going to go with Anka because now I'm looking at anyway, it's Anka. And she is always with her mom is in the background, sort of making faces. And she is doing videos of like food reviews as a normal person versus an influencer. And an influencer doing food reviews the way that she does them are generally Gen Z, where they do the ASMR, and the hand movements. Like, it's so crazy. And she is my favorite creator. But we have really come full circle when we have Gen Alpha really ripping Gen Z. Take a look.
I mean, it's lettuce. It's just lettuce. Hi, you guys. We are back again with another food review. Okay, we're going to try it. I'm so scared. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Wait, I'm literally obsessed. It's so good. It's so yummy. It's so crunchy. It's so, yes. I'm gonna go in for a second bite. I'm obsessed. If you want to try some of this green lettuce, run, don't walk, and go get it. Okay, bye guys. Love you as always.
Okay, and now have you guys seen Shanti Beluga? Have you met Shanti Beluga? Are you familiar with Shanti Beluga? Because Shanti Beluga is the moment. She is really a pop culture icon that has come onto our radars collectively as a unified group of people, aka the internet, all at the same time. Like, this has unfolded in the last week. And what's interesting is the creator of Shanti Beluga does not have a huge following. This just went viral, and I think she created it on TikTok, but it went viral on Twitter. Like, millions upon millions upon millions of people have seen this video, which is just a snippet. It reminds me of a Vine because it's very short. You don't have a long pretext. It's Shanti Beluga introducing herself, sort of interrupting a pool party conversation, and she sort of announces herself.
Hi, I'm Shanti Beluga. Nice to meet you. Hi.
So Shanti Beluga is a character. She is sort of this like out of touch, posh, sort of like out there, completely unself-aware. I would say probably meant to be like elder Gen Z, maybe younger millennial. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe elder millennial. I don't know. Can fall into any one of those categories. For example, this is Shanti Beluga ordering a coffee.
Grape latte with cheddar cold foam for Chanty Beluga.
Hi, I'm Chanty Beluga. Thank you.
Or Shanti Beluga getting served.
Are you?
Chanty Beluga? Yes, that's me.
You've been served.
Aww.
And there are, I mean, what's so interesting is that, yes, we're going to show a video explaining her a little bit, but there are so many Shanti Beluga comments on Twitter, sort of tweets about her. And I love it so much. Let's see. Somebody tweeted, in the 2 hours since I was first introduced to Shanti Beluga, she's already reached overexposure. Shanti Beluga is so gregarious and vivacious. Went to a pool party and introduced two of my friends to each other, and not even 30 seconds later, they were making out. Shanti Beluga. So it's very funny, but there's now, it's like taken over a life of its own. Like this creator is acting like they've encountered Shanti Beluga.
I was at Walmart today, and this woman comes up to my cart, and she reaches in and grabs a gallon of milk and 2 different cans of Pringles, puts them into her cart, and then says, "It's okay, my name is Shanti Beluga, and these are for me." Who is Shanti Beluga?
And this is just like a little bit of an explainer of Shanti Beluga.
Shanti Beluga is taking over TikTok right now.
What is that?
She's like an alter ego. She introduced herself to us just 2 weeks ago, making all these skits. What if a woman named Shanti Beluga ordered takeout?
Hey.
And she's like, "Hi, it's me, Shanti Beluga." Girl, you're crazy!
Is that like Tonka Chahari? You
Yeah,
know?
it's like Tonka Chahari,
Yeah.
but she's like her own person, and it's like becoming really, really popular. But at the same time, it is insanely niche. She has 12K followers
Yeah.
on Instagram and 10K followers on TikTok. Everyone is thinking this is some crazy viral trend. She is so niche. So start investing in Shanti Beluga now. Shanti Beluga, DM me.
And then we have the ratata trend, which you may have seen unfold on your socials. This is quite the song. I mean, it is naughty. It is dirty. It is all of that. It's sort of like, I remember the days when we were so shocked by, "Oh, me so horny. Oh, me so horny. Oh, me so horny. Me love you long time." Mm-hmm. But now we have that sort of raunchiness of a song in a lip sync trend that families have taken sort of control of. So when I say families, I mean like mom, dad, siblings, mom, dad, baby, mom, dad, child, teenager, influencer, mom, dad. You just have to look.
He wanna lick my bum, but clock my rod to talk. Got him going crazy for that poo, na. I get what I want, I got that ooh shalaka. He do what I say for that da. He wanna lick my bum, but clock my rod to talk. Got him going crazy for that poo, na. I get what I want, I got that ooh shalaka. He do what I say for that da.
So for those of you who are just listening, those are just the same song, but the videos are of like literal families mouthing those words. Like the lyrics, which I'm not gonna, you can just listen to it over and over again, but it's ratata and punana. You know what it, if I have to explain it, guys, then you're listening to the wrong podcast. But it's a funny trend. And if your child asks you to do this with them, just understand that it's now considered sort of mainstream and whatnot. But there are naughty implications to the lyrics. Like, don't enter into that blindly, please. Because, you know, you don't want to be had by your kids and then have that become like the school calls you, so forth, so on. Ha ha ha.
He wanna lick my bone, but clap my rod to talk. Got him going crazy for that poo, na.
And then lastly, we're just blowing through this week. I wanted to talk about a woman that also went viral on TikTok, and this weird trend of, you know, using, I don't know. I mean, she must either be a real believer or clout chaser. She must be making money, but it's hard for me to get my head wrapped around these sort of trad wife people who are like, I am all about Mother Nature. I am all about doing it my way. I don't need vaccines or doctors, and I'm going to drink raw milk, and I am of this earth, and I am 12 months pregnant and don't see a problem with that. And I'm never going to get my amnio fluid tested or see an OBGYN because I am one of earth. While they're putting a phone on a camera on a tripod to film all of this, and they have the mic, and they have, it's sort of, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, one does not meet the other. So here you have this woman, she has since given birth, so everybody can take a breathe a sigh of relief. She would have been a deadhead back when I was in high school. Like, you know, crunchy, got dreadlocks, has tattoos, probably smells like patchouli. And she is sharing the fact that she believes her body knows everything that it needs to know and therefore doesn't need a midwife or an OBGYN or whatnot. And she's claiming she's not seen a doctor, that she was already a week or so past her due date, the due date that she gave her because she knew the moment of conception. And that she didn't care if the child was getting too big, that her body would not provide a child that was too big for her to birth. And she says it the way she says it. You tell me, but the way she says it is, it's one thing to just be like, this is my take, but hers feels very condescending. Her feels very judgy, like, all of you bitches don't know a thing. I'm right, and you're all wrong, so take a look.
I am 39 weeks past conception, which is 41 weeks in medical terms. I'm technically a week past due, though I don't really believe in due dates. I think a baby's gonna cook as long as it needs to and come out on its own time. I'm not trying to start up labor, but I am trying to create an environment that is welcoming for labor. Warm, nourishing foods, slow walks, warm baths, lots of swaying and movement. I am not concerned about anything. I don't worry about amniotic fluid. I don't worry about the baby getting too large. I don't believe my body will produce a baby that I cannot birth. I believe my design is intact. Am I human and impatient? Yes. But everything in perfect timing. We'll get there.
And the comments are as you can imagine, many women who were like, if there hadn't been a doctor, I would have been dead. My child was way too big. I needed a C-section. Do you think that we are getting C-sections for shits and giggles? Like, what are you talking about? Or talk to this girl whose mother died in childbirth or whatnot. I mean, it's awful stuff. So people took it really personally. But if you'll notice then, this next video, just see what stands out. Does anything stand out to you in this next video that seems that sort of be the antithesis of who she claims to be? Take a look.
Still pregnant, as can be seen. I plan on mowing my lawn today, cleaning the house again. I've cleaned the house and shaved my legs probably 4 times in preparation for this baby so far, so don't get your hopes up.
Any guesses? Okay, well, this creator is my favorite because she hits the nail right on the head.
The craziest thing I've heard on this app today, maybe in the last few days, is that there's a woman on here who's she's pregnant. She's like 41 weeks pregnant. She calls it 39 weeks because she won't go to a doctor. That's her thing. She hasn't gone to a doctor once. The craziest thing is she's doing these updated vlogs every day about like waiting to give birth. And she's like, today I'm going to clean the house in preparation. And she goes, but don't get your hopes up. Like 3 times I've cleaned the house and shaved my legs in preparation for this baby. Shaved your legs? You won't go to a doctor? You won't get an ultrasound, but you're shaving your legs? I cannot imagine having to drink like raw milk every day, but then you're shaving your legs. What is the point of all of it? Are you going to sit here and tell me you're getting a blowout too?
So you drink raw milk, you won't see a gynecologist, you know better than anyone. I guarantee you are anti-vax, but you're still going to shave your legs? Okay. I mean, God bless. No judgment here, but like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's been a week, guys. I really thank you. I thank you for your patience with me. I know I'm a little scatterbrained. I also know I look like a hot mess. I need a brand sponsor who can send hair and makeup and help me each week. But sometimes I just can't get it together. Thank you, Ethan and Joe, for making it a great podcast. Thank you, Chicken, for being ridiculous. And Potato, who's sitting off sides. And as always, to Live Nation for letting me make this podcast. See you guys next week.